How could we have forgotten the lessons we've learned from the atrocities that struck us down as a people before? Sheraton stared into the crowd like he was waiting for an answer. We should have learned that we must have our own leaders, schools, banks, companies, media, politicians, our own government. We should have learned that we can't depend on a white man's system to work for us. To depend on, you must first trust. And we've seen time and time again that we can't trust a system that was designed to keep us down. And whenever we've trusted in our history, it always led to our deaths. Hundreds of thousands, even millions of black lives, ever since the first slave was taken from the shores of Africa. No, we didn't learn our lessons, because if we learned them, you wouldn't be here listening to me right now. You'd be at home with your family. You would be in school or church, or getting together with your friends. You certainly wouldn't be here concerned about your life and those of your family members. Yes, we trusted them and their system, and are right back here again, stripped down, stripped of all our rights, our pride, our dignity as a people. What do we have? What do we do? Do we go crawling like dogs, with tails between our legs, conquered? Do we walk in there with our heads and eyes down? Or do we fight for the only thing we have left now, the only thing we can cling to, our freedom? I say we don't have a choice. We must rise up. We must push back. We have to fight until we have no more breath. The crowd cheered raucously, with many pumping their fists in the air. Sheraton paused to take in the emotion from the crowd. Fighting back is the only way we can honor those who died in the struggle. Countless names, countless souls. We let them down when we refused to learn the lessons they sacrificed their lives to teach us. We owe it to them, and we owe it to our children and their children, because we cannot hand them a legacy of hopelessness. We cannot allow ourselves to be the generation that lost it all, that lost everything gained through centuries of struggles and pain, with blood, sweat, and tears. No, we are done putting up with this racist system and society that accepts it. No more, no more, no more. Say it with me, no more. He urged the crowd to join him, and soon the windows of the adjacent building shook with the thunderous applause and chants of no more, no more, no more. He was then to lead the group of protesters on the march across the Brooklyn Bridge right through the financial district to Wall Street. It was to symbolize how capitalism and greed have replaced compassion and responsibility for humanity.